make of the last regular season meet, and just, I guess, the confidence boost that a performance like that can give y'all heading into SECs this week?
Yeah, honestly, this past weekend was a meet that I think we kind of boosted our confidence on all of the events. And Jay keeps challenging us to get better and better each time we get on the road. And for this to be our final regular season meet of the year, it gives us all the confidence going into postseason.
Aleah, getting that 9975 on floor, did that help you out a little bit, just, getting over that hump?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a conversation about it regarding kind of some tweaks and changes that were needing to be made inside the floor routine, and so to be able to go out there and hit for my team, it's definitely something that I feel a lot better about going into these next few meets.
She killed it. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks,
Of course. Wait, I'll talk about you. And I think going off of like what she was saying and how open she was to making that change, whether that be like her steps or anything, all the tweaks, like it just shows how good of a competitor is and how bad she wants it for her team, and just how open you are to being able to change it. Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. That's beautiful.
I love talking about you.
Haleigh, how do you feel? You feel 100% in stretch run Haleigh Bryant at this point?
I think so. I think just gaining confidence each weekend has been kind of a challenge for myself, or a challenge that I've had for myself, and I think I'm starting to kind of have that confidence again. Obviously, like I said, I had a slower start, but I think I'm right where I need to be right now with everything, and just keep working hard inside the gym to build that confidence up going into SECs.
Just kind of giving each of you an opportunity to talk about Kaylin's 10 and what you've seen from her, what she's capable of.
It was absolutely amazing. She deserves so many tens, and just seeing it every single day, like I say, she knows what she needs, she knows her process, and just how inspiring that is that a freshman knows exactly what they need this early in their career. And I'm just so proud of how hard she works and how bad she wants it for her team. Is just so cool to watch, and like I say every time, I'm just excited to see her career play out here.
Yeah, she competes exactly how she practices, and so it was just so cool to see it kind of play out the way that it did, because she works so hard in the gym and you can see it out on the competition floor. And like Haleigh said, she knows exactly what she needs, and for her to be able to compete how she does and train how she does, it's really inspiring for me.
For Aleah, you're an aunt now, I understand.
Yes, I am. A tita.
Is that aunt in Philippines?
Yeah, it's Tagalog for aunt, yes.
Wonderful. Little girl, little boy?
It's a boy, so
Okay,
maybe no women's gymnastics. But.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see.
So cute.
But now that y'all have, the season goes into another phase with the postseason, you're building off the success. You won. What does it do to say, you guys have got to share this regular season championship, which is very hard to win, obviously, especially now that OU has joined the league, and now that y'all going into a meet that you won last year, but it's as good as tough as an NCAA final, right? I mean, just talk about the mindset, going with that confidence and going into something that where you've had success but know how difficult it is.
Yeah, I think following this regular season championship win, it's something that I haven't experienced, or we haven't experienced being on this team. And so finally have that, check it off of the list. But, I mean, it's great. It's something that we work really hard for, but now it's kind of on to the next. And we were focusing on SECs, and we're just putting all of our training and all of our mindset into this competition. And we learned a lot from this season, kind of a slow start, and then we built it up. But I think each week we're getting better and better, and we're exactly where we want to be.
Yeah, and I think going into this meet, it's not making the moment bigger than it needs to be. That's something Kai always said, and something that I've really hung on to and tried to let everybody know, because, I mean, it's known that we're going to go in Saturday competing for an SEC championship. Like, everybody knows that, but not making the moment bigger than it needs to be, doing our normal gymnastics, and just being in the right mindset, because everybody's gymnastics is where it needs to be, every single team. So it's going to be who walks into that arena with the right mindset into doing their gymnastics.
You liked that one. That was great.
To both of you, it seems like you're consistently scoring over 198 lately. What do you think about just this team top to bottom and its ability to score, even though the perfect tens aren't there like in years past? You're still piling up big numbers here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this team's exactly where it needs to be. Like, our gymnastics is there. Like I said, it's the little details that we're going to need to focus on and go into this competition. But at the end of the day, we don't really focus on the scores. We don't look at all the 198s because we know when we do good routines, we know when we hit. So I think it's just doing our normal gymnastics and focusing on the gymnastics part and letting the scores play out as they do.
Yeah, exactly what Haleigh said. We can't control scores, we can't control numbers, and when they're great, that's awesome, and when they're not, we know what we have to do for our gymnastics, and as long as we are doing our normal gymnastics and being able to hit those clean routines, then we're going to be really satisfied.
Haleigh, last year y'all had the plus of competing in New Orleans in front of a lot of fans, and I'm sure that boosted y'all a bit. I wouldn't say in this final anybody has a home arena advantage, but coming off the fact that y'all just had your best road performance, and y'all have shown y'all can put together some PMAC-like performances away from home. What does that mean for you, think, going into this meet?
I think it's a really good kind of confidence booster. We were in a hard environment, and we did very well at Auburn competing there. They were loud. They were really a good crowd to compete in front of. So I know that the team really is going to take kind of what we did there into the SECs because, again, like you said, we're not going to have New Orleans fans in there cheering for us, but we know how to bring our own energy and how to be enthusiastic. So I think just knowing that we're going to cheer each other on, we're going to have fans there, and just do our normal gymnastics.
Lastly, just for fun, March Madness are the two words this time of year. Obviously, you have to be very focused on what you're doing, but y'all aware of the other things going on? They're setting up the PMAC for, the women's basketball team's going to play here, and do y'all know anything about what's going on with the NCAA tournaments? I'm just curious.
Not really, no. I heard they were going to go to Spokane or something. That's about all I know. I heard somebody say that. I was like, Washington, cool.
I think it's cool to see. I'm not following along super closely, but I see it on Instagram every now and then. But it really is March Madness in all sports for LSU, and so it's really cool to see all of these different teams. We're all going after the same thing, just in different areas.
Yeah.